Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 6 of the Otaku Brothers podcast. My name is Ben. I am joined with my co host Joseph.
How's it going, y'all? What's up?
We have a lot to talk about today, a lot of news
Yeah.
specifically. But before we get into all that, how was your week, Joseph?
My week was actually pretty good. Just, school stuff is normal, but yeah, I was a little upset, Ben, that Attack on Titan didn't or have an episode out today.
Yeah, yeah.
It was very tragic, and we didn't even get any
Unfortunate.
news that we thought we would be getting.
Nope.
No,
We'll talk about that
yeah, it
later.
was pretty tragic. But I did want to tell you about something I heard, Ben, while I was watching some YouTube this week.
Go for it.
So I watched this YouTuber called the Anime Man, who does this other podcast with some of his other friends, and on his own channel, he was talking about how Japan recently banned girls pony or some schools banned the use of girls wearing ponytails because
What?
it's they think that it's too like oh what's the word like it's too sexually disturbing to men. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, I'm not even joking. Yeah, and he explained in the video he's half Japanese himself. He's Australian and Japanese. That
Uh-huh.
he thinks it's such a stupid idea because it's so funny, and he made a good point that a lot of like Japanese media. I mean, we watch a lot of anime, you and I, and
Uh,
other types of forms of Japanese media, if you will. That it really sexualizes high schoolers, specifically high school girls. So it's just ironic and funny that the adults are the one banning girl ponytails when they're the ones who are like sexualizing high schoolers in the first place. I don't.
well, I mean, I get where you're going at, but the
Hmm.
ones banning it, they're probably not the ones who are making.
No, true, true, true. But it's just it's funny and
But
like
I get what you're getting at.
no, and he even told me, or not, he even didn't tell me specifically, but in the video he even explained that some girls like at some schools can only wear white underwear.
What?
Just because the like thought of like a different color might excite a guy, and
That's so
no,
stupid.
it is, it's so dumb. But I don't know, I thought that was just a funny little story that I heard about Japan, what Japan's doing. Because it's so funny because we always hear that Japan is so technologically advanced than we are, and it's just like
Yeah,
then they ban ponytails.
that's so weird.
So it's just funny. But yeah, I mean, how was your week, Ben? You do anything cool?
Uh, nothing, nothing like out of the ordinary. Just school,
Yeah.
exams. I
Oh
mean, I
yeah.
got my CPU and some fans for my PC.
Oh nice. Yeah, I forgot you're still working on that this summer.
Yeah, I just need the motherboard
Mm-hmm.
and the RAM and
Nice.
some storage, then I'll be good to go.
Oh, and the most expensive part for a PC is like the driver, right?
The driver?
Isn't that what it's called, the drive? Or like the graphics card? Sorry, I don't know why I said the
Yeah.
driver. And you already got
I mean, I
the.
got thanks to our good friend Brandon. I got
Mm-hmm.
mine
Love
for
that
a good
dude.
deal, so
Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right. Well, we got a lot of news to cover, so I mean, should we just jump right into it?
yeah.
Okay. I mean, you can take the first topic if you want. I'm not really actually. Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Okay. So the popular fighting game Tekken is actually gonna get an anime adaptation,
Mm-hmm.
which is gonna be produced by Netflix.
That's gonna be
Um,
wild.
it's called Tekken Bloodline, but
Mm-hmm.
it I watched the trailer for it and it looks kind of wonky, not gonna
I
lie.
was gonna
It's like
say,
it's like all CGI.
oh, that's not a good sign.
So,
That's not a good sign at all. I used to play Tekken a lot with my friend. He's a huge fighting game fan, and he loves Tekken. But I saw the anime trailer on my for you page, and I haven't watched it yet because I've been a little nervous. And after what you said, that's not really helping my case to watch
yeah.
it. But dang, that's unfortunate. I mean, Tekken's such a cool game, but that's weird that they would try and make anime out of it. But
Do you know a lot about like Tekken?
no,
Like to
no,
an
I don't. I
extent?
don't really know the
Okay.
lore. I can name like maybe two or three characters, but nah, nothing
Because
insane.
I know the show focuses around
Hmm.
like a tournament in the Tekken universe. I don't know what it's
Yeah.
call,
Okay.
but I
Yeah,
was gonna
yeah.
ask you
I
that,
don't.
but
Yeah, I don't even know that much. Yeah. No.
Oh, it's called the King of Iron Fist. That's
Okay.
what it is.
That
So yeah,
sounds pretty cool. Like
just about
another,
the main character going through that.
like a Mortal Kombat style tournament arc,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
maybe. That'll be cool. I'll definitely check it out. Maybe we'll give it an episode or two of a watch.
I
But
won't.
okay. All right. Well, yeah. Let's let's take it for you. I mean, it's just a fighting game that they're making an anime out of.
I don't know, some of the animes that Netflix comes out with, like they just kind of, I don't
Yeah.
know.
No. Yeah. They're odd choices, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting. I don't know. Netflix is either they're so hit or miss with their animes, dude. It's honestly pretty funny. But
Yeah.
hopefully they get, Netflix has just been kind of on a dry streak, if you will. We'll get into some of that later, but yeah, I don't know. Netflix is just they're trying to diversify, and I don't know if they should keep trying.
It should
uh,
just,
yeah,
I don't know. It's just
stick to the roots.
kind of things just get out of control whenever you let a big corporation like that take over
Oh yeah.
a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of little projects.
No, you're 100% right.
But
Uh,
yeah, it is
mm-hmm.
what it is.
No,
Some
yeah, I
people will watch
agree.
it, some people won't.
Exactly. Probably won't.
Probably, yeah, probably won't.
All right. Well, that's a good optimistic first story.
Uh, Moving on to the next one. The new arc of Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War, is set to be directed by Homo. Oh God, Tomohisa Taguchi. Definitely butchered that. He actually is the director for Akudama Drive, all the Persona animations, and
hmm
I think the first three seasons of Seven Deadly Sins.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you've watched, have you watched Seven Deadly Sins?
I've heard the animation's really bad.
Well,
At the
here's the
third
thing.
season. At the third season, right?
Yeah, like the first seasons, the animation is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So like the fighting scenes and stuff. So with him directing it, that means a lot of the like close combat type
Yeah.
scenes, they're gonna be pretty well animated.
Uh-huh.
Um, I did check out a couple of clips from Akudama Drive, and it
Mm-hmm.
looks really good. So
Really?
that's some good news for Bleach.
Yeah.
The nose will have some pretty good animation.
I will say I haven't watched the Persona animations. I've actually only played the games, but I
Yeah,
have seen clips of the Persona animation, and it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it
yeah.
looks relatively like the show. So I don't know. I haven't seen any of the fight scenes in the show because I've played the games, and I was gonna finish the game and then watch the show. But
Yeah.
the game takes like 80 years, so I don't know how long I'm gonna get into that. But if it's
Oh,
like, oh what?
no, let's keep. Sorry, I was
No,
just
no,
gonna
no.
make.
It's just if it's anything like the game, then it's probably a banger. And I
Mhm.
haven't watched Seven Deadly Sins. Yeah, I've heard the first two seasons are really good,
They
um,
are.
but then I heard the third season like just kind of falls off. And then I heard Meliodas is just hunting for some boobs or something like that. So I don't
It's just
know.
like it's just sad, you know. It has the story's like decent,
Yeah.
like, but I don't know what happened.
Ouch.
Well, it fell off.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, I'm excited because I mean, obviously, we've said that we're gonna do my daily Bleach check-in.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna talk.
Okay. What are we? We're on episode 30. I watched five
Yeah,
episodes in a week. That's progress, man. That is
we
solid
watched
progress.
five
We
episodes.
watched 5 episodes. You're right, and we're probably gonna watch two more tonight. So
Hmm.
I'd say that's good progress, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully we'll be caught up, or you'll be caught up.
I think we should be right. Comes out in October, you said.
Around there, I think so.
Well, then yeah, I think we should just be just peachy then.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, moving on. Jujutsu Kaisen Zero, a great movie that we talked about last week, has just passed Mugen Train sales in the opening weekend. Wow, I mean that's a huge accomplishment, Ben.
Yeah.
I know you, me personally, both saw the movie. I think it says here that you said Jujutsu Kaisen had 5.8 million. It made $5.8 million?
Yeah. So opening weekend for Demon Slayer that made 5.7, but opening
Mm-hmm.
weekend for Jujutsu Kaisen it made 5.8.
Wow, that's awesome. I mean, me personally, who likes Jujutsu Kaisen more than Mugen Train or Demon Slayer. Sorry,
Hmm.
it's a huge dub for Jujutsu Kaisen, and I just
Yeah.
I just can't wait to watch season two. I just can't believe it's taking them forever, dude. It feels like it's been taking them so long, and I just really want to watch more of it. I just it's so frustrating, dude.
And it's kind of cool to see how like mainstream
Mm-hmm.
anime has become
Oh
because I
yeah,
don't think
dude.
like if you had this movie released like I don't know 10 years ago, it would not have done as
Oh
good probably.
no. No, I mean, yeah, it's just crazy how much it's evolved. I know we've talked about it before a little bit, so we'll keep it brief. But
Hmm.
it's like, yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know. I've been like walking around my campus here in college, and I've like seen people, and I've just been like, hey, oh my god, that's an Attack on Titan shirt. Like, dude, what's up, bro? Like, yeah, I didn't know you watched the show, and then you meet so many cool people, and they're just like, yeah, dude. I mean, did you watch the latest episode? Aaron's going ape shit, and it's just like, oh, dude, this is awesome. You watched the same thing as me. It's just cool because at least when we were in elementary and middle school, it's just like, oh, you like anime? That's so cringe. It was one of those
Yeah.
things where if you were like shunned away from it, now it's like oh my god, yeah, dude, it's crazy. Did you see the new episode? Yeah. It's like one of those things where it's just it feels good that it's becoming more recognized and getting the respect that it deserves.
Yeah. I mean, at the rec here, I was gonna take a picture of it, but there was this guy. He had a Chainsaw Man tattoo on his
No
leg.
way.
It was the God, Poncha with the
Pochita,
little
Pochita,
yeah. It was so
Poncha.
cool. I
That's
forgot it,
awesome. He had a little
but it was so
Pochita.
cool. I was like, "Hey, is that
Oh,
a Chainsaw Man tattoo?" He's like, "Yeah."
God,
I was gonna
man.
ask him if I could take a picture of it, but I was like, I don't know. That seems kind of
Yeah,
weird,
that is a
but
little weird. But that's
it's so
sick.
cool.
So you went up
It was
to him.
colored and everything.
You went up to him and
Yeah,
was like, "Oh, that's Pochita for Chainsaw Man."
like I
That's
was doing
awesome.
a machine and I was like facing him, but he was facing the other way, so I could
Yeah.
see his leg.
Hmm.
I was like, "Oh, that's awesome."
That's dope, dude. Yeah. See, like, I mean, stuff like that. It's so cool. Just seeing people who like recognize and just like the same stuff that you're into.
Yeah.
Uh, I just think that's really cool. I mean, yeah. And Ben, I think personally this summer we need to get tattoos.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I really want. I'm gonna definitely get that Chainsaw Man and JoJo tattoo. Uh, yeah, I mean but yeah, it's just so cool how mainstream everything is becoming.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's just one of those things where it can get a little annoying sometimes how mainstream it is. There's
Mm,
pros and cons, but the pros definitely outweigh the cons, I'd say.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, well, that's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah. So I don't have anything else to say about that. Moving
Yeah, see, that's what
on.
I'm saying. We need a fucking segue. You're the one who told me to stop segueing. That's all.
Well, no, because every topic, like, well, speaking of this,
No, I
oh,
mean,
speaking,
well, speaking of mainstream, Dragon Ball is now entirely available on Crunchyroll, guys. See how easy that was?
okay,
I'm sorry, you're right, you're right.
yeah,
But
no, it's
anyways,
fine.
oh my god.
So, like, every Dragon Ball series is available on Crunchyroll now. So,
Yeah.
from the original Z, GT, Super, I didn't check if Kai was on there.
I don't, I don't
I
know.
don't know.
You don't really need
But yeah,
Kai because it's just Z but with better graphics, right? I
yeah,
think that's
but
what it is.
isn't it Z, but just the canon and like,
Yeah, yeah, pretty well. I think it was at first, and then they started doing every episode.
oh,
From what I think, if that's what I remember correctly. But I mean, yeah, it's just honestly really cool seeing how far this Funimation Crunchyroll deal has become. I mean, there's honestly so much stuff now on Crunchyroll; it's insane.
yeah.
But we'll get to some cons of that deal later on in this video. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think was it you who said you wanted to rewatch Dragon Ball?
Yeah,
Exactly. Well, this is a perfect time to do that. I mean, I still haven't even watched the original Dragon Ball. I don't know if I'd
neither
actually go
have
back and watch that, but
I probably won't.
yeah, I don't know. I've seen clips of it. There's some, I don't know.
I don't really
Yeah.
care.
No, yeah. It's
Really.
honestly so crazy, like how much it shifted from like it just
Yeah,
being like this dude who fell from the sky and had like just could turn into an ape to like the whole show being about Super Saiyans.
yeah,
Because that wasn't even like a word that was introduced until Z. I don't know. It's pretty cool, but Yeah, I think Dragon Ball Z is a great show. Everyone should watch it. And it's in the big three, not Bleach.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, but I mean, that's all I gotta say about that.
Not how that works.
Yeah. You know, Ben, speaking of the big three, this next topic, I think you should take it.
Okay. So, One Piece recently passed a huge milestone for any novel, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It has 500 million copies in circulation. That's a
It's a
lot
lot.
of
Oh, yeah.
copies.
That's like 500 million.
But so put that in comparison, I'm gonna list a few popular mangas and their like circulation count.
Mm-hmm.
So like all the total like Dragon Ball mangas have 260 million. Naruto has 259. Demon Slayer has 150. Bleach has 120, and Attack on Titan has 100 million. So it just kind of, I mean, that's good for Oda. I mean, that's a big accomplishment.
Yeah.
You have that many copies in circulation.
You know, Ben, similarly to Bleach, as of December 2021, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure also has 120 million copies in
Oh
circulation.
shoot.
Yeah, more than Attack on Titan, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, even Demon Slayer has more than Attack on Titan.
Yeah, yeah, it's honestly insane how big Demon Slayer is.
Yeah.
Uh, but wow, that's honestly crazy. 500 million copies. It's funny. The other day when I was getting Chick-fil-A, I heard some of my not some of my friends. I didn't know these people, but I heard some people talking about One Piece, and they're like, "Hey, have you any of y'all watched One Piece?" And they were like, "No," and then they're like, "Yeah, I'm thinking of starting it, man, but." I don't know. It seems really rough, and it's just like, yeah, dude. It's so hard for people to hop on One Piece because it's so long, and it's just
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have to do it eventually because
no, same. It's
I
one
just
of
want to watch at least all the big three.
yeah, exactly, right? And
So I can be the person who's like, yeah, I watched One Piece and I don't like it.
no, yeah, honestly, and man, you know, honestly,
Hey, maybe I will like it.
maybe one summer we should start One Piece and just watch like 3 episodes a day or something. I mean, I know that is not nearly enough to last the whole summer, but it'd be a good start. You know what I mean?
What's that? That's if you watch 3 episodes a day, it would take you almost a year to
A
catch up.
year. See, that's not
Yeah.
bad. No, that's pretty
That's
bad. That's pretty bad. See, that's
pretty.
like it's like
Okay, let's bump
insane.
it up to 10 episodes a day.
I think it's one of those things where since it's gotten so far, you have to watch it in like arcs and pace yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to like, okay, I'm just going to watch up to this arc, watch some other like 12, 24 episode shows, come back.
I mean, I couldn't do that. Like if I'm watching a show, I have to watch just that show or else I'm gonna get uninterested.
Well, that's one of the issues I'm having right now with Bleach. And this is only 300 episodes. It's one of
Yeah.
those things where I'm like, okay, I started Bleach. I have to watch it all. I mean, but with the
Yeah.
exception of watching like an episode once a week of my dress up and Attack on Titan with you, it's like I have to watch it all. But it's like at the same time, like fuck, I really want to watch like Odd Taxi, Ranking of Kings, all these like present day shows that are going on right now and that are just wrapping up. But it's like, no, let me just finish Bleach. You know what I mean? Because then it's just gonna stay there and I'm not gonna finish it.
Yeah.
So it's tough with One Piece. I don't know how you do it. It'd definitely be a
Like
grind.
usually when I start a show, I get interested in it and then I just
Hmm.
want to
Yeah,
finish
no,
it.
just grind it. I mean, that's what usually happens with me. Like with Naruto, when I started Naruto, it was like really slow. But then
Oh
once I
yeah.
got to like the Sasuke retrieval arc and the tuning exams, I was like, oh, let's go. And then as soon as I
Hmm.
started Shippuden, it was like just a roller coaster of just like banger, banger, banger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was yeah. It's tough. It just takes time. And hopefully that's what happens with me in Bleach. Yeah, I mean it's starting to pick up though, so I'm getting really
No,
excited.
yeah, this kind of it's kind of good because it has or the Soul Society arc. It kind of gets you. It got me hooked on it.
Mhm.
Like whenever it got to like the juicy part of it,
Mhm.
I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah. And I
But
think
yeah,
that's really cool about Bleach how the Soul Society arc is like because every time I hear people talk about Bleach, they say that the Soul Society arc is like the best arc, right?
yeah,
So it's like it's crazy because like I mean, as far as I can tell, since I'm already in it, it's like only episode 30, and
Hmm.
like the animation is still like really old, and it's like the border. I don't know what the word is. Like the screen size is like a lot smaller than how it is now since it's an older
Yeah.
show. So it's like it's so cool how like it can still hold up, I guess, to like the newer episodes of it,
Hmm.
which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, well, moving on, Ben. This is I think this is your realm.
Okay. There's a popular new generation manga going around. It's called Kaiju #8.
Hmm.
I've heard of it before, but I haven't read it. But it's supposed to get an anime adaptation. So
Interesting.
yeah. It's gonna be produced by Toho, and this really confused me when I was like researching it.
Hmm.
So the studio Toho Animation actually produces it. They don't animate it.
Hmm.
So like Toho produced Jujutsu Kaisen, but it's animated by Mappa.
Yeah, that makes
Same
sense.
with like, well, that confused me just because the name threw me off.
Yeah,
Toho
yeah,
Animation. But
yeah.
yeah,
That's the name of the studio. Yeah.
Toho's done a lot of really popular stuff.
Oh
You usually
yeah.
see that Toho thing pop up before the show or a movie.
Hmm.
So they've done My Hero, Jujutsu Kaisen, Haikyuu, Doctor Stone, Beastars, Kama Got Kill, and they also produced Your Name.
Yeah. All great, great shows and movie.
Yeah,
Wait, your name's a movie, right?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Um, man. Yeah, dude. I looked at the manga covers for it, and I might pick up a volume or two and check it out, Ben. It looks pretty cool. It looks interesting.
I
I don't.
was reading some posts about it, and they're like,
Hmm.
it's kind of like the main character is kind of like Deku in a sense, I think,
Okay. Never mind. No, I'm just
but
kidding.
not like
No, no, no. I'm just kidding.
it's like they said it was like My Hero with Psychopaths. I don't know if you've heard of that.
No, I've heard of Psychopaths, but I
Yeah,
haven't read it or watched it.
it's kind of like
Huh.
thriller, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's
Interesting.
cool.
So I'm
I might be
assuming
wrong,
by
but
kaiju it means like the huge ass like monsters like Godzilla
yeah,
type be okay. Okay. Huh. Interesting.
you
Well,
know.
yeah, it seems like something cool. It just seems unique, different. So I'm
Hmm.
definitely gonna check it out.
I mean, there's not much to talk about on this one.
Yeah, no,
Since we both
exactly.
haven't
Well,
read it, so you can
yeah, yeah. Well, speaking of
do the next
unique
one.
and different,
Oh my.
High School DxD is confirmed for season 5, ladies and gentlemen. After being delayed due to COVID, it's coming back, dude. I mean, there's really not much to say but to be excited, to get hyped. I mean, I personally have watched High School DxD 3 times.
Oh my
Uh,
God.
yeah, or at least seasons 1 through 3. I've only watched 4 once because. So, Ben, I don't know if you know or not. I know you're not really into High
Nope.
School DxD, yeah. After the end of season 3, it kind of like didn't I don't want to say backlash, but it was like a kind of not as well received as seasons 1 through 3 because it ended up changing animation studios,
Hmm.
and it just wasn't as it didn't have. I mean, every time you see a picture of Rias, everyone knows that name. Uh, she I mean, you always see her in the older animation style because this new one just wasn't it. And for me personally, it just I mean it was more. I don't want to say story driven, because it's always been story driven, but
Sure it
it's
has.
it in
Sure it
it just focused more on like the action side of things. It seemed like it was trying to become more mainstream, and
Yeah.
it seemed like it wasn't trying. It was taking itself more seriously than it should be. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
You know what you're there for, and you know what you should be expecting. Like, I just did not have a good time watching season 4. I think seasons 1 through 3 are masterpiece. They should be in like the Anime Hall of Fame. But yeah, season 4 is not it. So I'm very curious to see if season 5 can come back and redeem season 4, because we have been promised a huge fight between the red dragon and the white dragon. I know this means nothing to you, but yeah. Ben, do you even know what it's about? Do you want me to give you like a quick summary, or do you even care?
Um, I think you've told me before.
Okay, okay, then yeah. So you know what to expect from the show. It's a good
Yeah.
show about angels, demons, dark angels. So it's a good show. It's a really good show. I think Ben gives it a lot of hate, a lot
I
of
don't hate it.
undeserved. Oh, okay.
It's just not my cup of tea.
I mean, have you tried watching it?
Yeah.
Have you actually?
Like unironically, yeah.
Really? That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's dope. It's a good. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, I mean that's really all I got to say about that. I'm just get excited. It should be coming out hopefully the summer in July. So mark your calendars because mine are already marked. So definitely check it out. Ben, when there's silence, Ben, and I'm
No, I'm just like thinking about if I should check it out.
you should. You definitely should, dude. It's a freaking fire
Hey,
show.
man.
What? What are you scared about?
Nothing.
Okay, whatever. Just move on. Move
Speaking of fire shows,
Oh, Jesus
SAO
Christ.
Progressive, the sequel, is planned to air in fall of this year in Japan. So I didn't even know that there's a sequel announced. Apparently, it was announced like right after the movie. I didn't see that, but yeah, it's called um, s- wow, do not know how to say that.
It's okay.
Scherzo of a Dark Dusk. Definitely did not say that right. But yeah, since it's releasing in Japan, it's probably going to be in America a couple months after, because that's what happened with the
hmm
first Progressive movie. And you said you haven't seen it yet, right? Or you
I
never
was I
saw
was
it?
literally about to ask you. So the progressive movie was the one that's about Asuna, right?
It's
In the game,
it's
from her
like season one
perspective.
of SAO, yeah, from her
Okay.
perspective.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, and so they're making a sequel of it. Is it gonna also be about Asuna's perspective?
Pretty sure, because like in the show is, I mean, obviously it's about Kirito, but
Yeah.
we don't know how like she got into the Knights of the Blood Oath or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sure we'll see that, and yeah,
Well,
I
that's
mean the first movie
awesome.
was great.
I was gonna say, so how much does the first movie get up to? Because I've seen season all the way up to the first part of Alicization. So does it end like at the end of Alfheim in
Oh
after SAO?
no,
Oh,
it's super short. It
oh, really?
so I mean, are you gonna plan? Do you plan on seeing it?
But I mean, I already know what happens, right? Because
Oh,
it's the
okay, true.
same.
But it's just like her backstory, kind of.
Oh, okay. So it's more of like the past, like before Sword Art Online.
Well, kind of. I'll just do like a quick rundown without
Yeah, I
spoiling
mean,
it. So
yeah.
it's like it it talks about how she found the game,
Okay.
and then whenever she's in the game, it kind of talks about what happens before she meets up for that first boss raid.
Yeah.
Kind of explains why she's alone.
Okay. Yeah.
Like she didn't just play the game by herself, but
Mhm.
yeah, I won't say any more than that.
Okay, yeah, yeah, okay. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I definitely want to watch it. I just never got the chance to. Maybe one of these weekends we can just watch it. I'm sure you would watch it again with me.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I definitely wanted to watch it. I just never saw it in theaters just because didn't have the time or just didn't really care that much. But
yeah.
no, yeah. I mean, I tell you all the time. I don't know. I really loved season one of Sword Art Online. I thought it was really good, and then Gun Gale was okay, and then after that, I just kind
Yeah.
of really fell off of it. I don't know.
I've always loved SAO. Like I don't know. I mean, I get that people don't like it, but
No,
I don't
I
know.
would never
I don't
say
know
I like
why.
hate it, but I just say that yeah, after SAO, it just kind of once it got to Gun Gale and all that, I don't know, it just kind of fell off for me. But that's just my take. That's all I got to
I
say
mean,
about that.
SAO will always have a special place
Rectum.
in my heart.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But yeah, I mean, is that all you got to say about that, Ben?
yeah.
All right, well, cool. Well, moving on. I have this is kind of a lot. Okay, so there have been a lot of animes and OVAs leaving Crunchyroll at the end of March. So if y'all are planning on binging anything, do it now because a lot of shoes are shoes. A lot of shows are
Those
leaving
shoes.
Crunchyroll. Ben, I don't know if you see the link that I put in
Yeah, I'm
our little
looking at it.
sheet. I mean, that's a lot of shows. I mean, like the big one already, the first one top of the list is Akame ga Kill.
Hmm.
which is, I mean, huge. I don't know where that's going to be going. Probably to Netflix, I'm assuming, because I know it's on Netflix. But I mean, it's kind of weird that these shows are going to be leaving because it's like, where else would you be able to watch them, right?
Yeah,
Um, but
I
yeah,
mean, kind of the main ones that I've seen looking through it are
mm,
Akame Got Kill, Black Bullet. Batum isn't really popular. I've watched
mm,
that. Um, Food Wars.
yeah,
That's a shame. I love Food Wars.
mm,
I know I watched Golden Time. That's kind of
yeah. I heard that's a big one,
yeah. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon?
dude. That one really pissed me off.
That's that's a
I'm gonna miss
shame.
that show.
Um, Love Chunbyo and Other Delusions. That's that's pretty popular. I've seen a
Mm,
decent amount of people watch that. It's a pretty good
yeah.
show. Um, My Teen Romantic Comedy.
Have you watched that,
What
by the way? My Teen Romantic
no.
Comedy? No,
Have you?
no, I haven't. It looks like a good show.
I thought I heard you talk about it. It was
No,
Russell.
it's probably Russell.
No Game No Life. I heard that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Other than that, those are the kind of bigger ones. Do you see anything else?
No, no. I think you probably got up all the big hitters that I was gonna talk about too.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, all these shows leaving, it's kind of depressing. I mean, they're not too big of losses, but I think the biggest one for me is definitely is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon.
Yeah, I
That show
agree.
is amazing. Ben, did you ever watch it actually?
Nope.
No, okay. Man, we have very different tastes when it comes to shows. But
What do you
no,
mean?
nothing, nothing. But yeah, I mean, I can't believe these shows are leaving, dude. They're all leaving around the time of March 31st. Um, and it's a shame because I don't know where they're going to be available at. Yeah, it's like over 50 shows will be gone. So it's just a little upsetting, just because everyone was hyped because like, oh, now that Crunchyroll and Funimation are merged, it's like every anime we could ask for is going to be in one place. But it's still
Yeah,
like everything's leaving still.
yeah.
So it's a little depressing. But that's all I got to say about that. Hopefully, we'll still be able to watch those shows somewhere else, whether it be Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, whatever.
Yep, yep, yep. Do you want to do this next one?
I don't have the heart to talk about it.
Mm. Okay. So, as we all know, JoJo Part 6 released on Netflix. Was it towards the end of last year?
Yeah, too long ago, dude.
Yeah.
It's like
And they gave
November.
us 12 episodes, 12, right? 12,
Mm-hmm.
13.
It was 12 or 13.
And, all of us were, all the people who watch JoJo were kind of like, okay, we'll probably get the next batch episodes in a couple months.
Yeah, like 3 months.
Yeah, but no, actually. Um,
That's
the next set of episodes will drop in fall of this year.
pretty much a year apart.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid.
I mean,
No, it's not kind of stupid. It
it's
is
very
stupid.
stupid. Do you want me? Can I go on a rant real fast, man?
Yeah. Do you mind if I go to the bathroom real quick
Yeah,
while you just rant?
yeah, sure, go for
Okay.
it. Okay. All right. Well, Ben's going on his potty break. I mean, for me, guys, this one really hits close to home. I mean, for those of y'all who've been listening to the podcast or if you're a first time viewer, I'm a huge, huge fan of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I would consider it one of my top animes of all time, if not the top anime of all time for me personally. Like I was even telling Ben, I really want to get like the Joestar tattoo on my back left shoulder, just because how much this show has meant to me. I've been watching since middle school when my friends first told me to watch part one, and I was like, what the hell is this vampire shit? But I was like, you know what, let me give it a try. And then it just became something that, really like fueled my love for anime and really just got me into this whole like scene of Japanese culture and just wanting to like learn more about the world. And I don't know, it means a lot to me and it's just helped me grow a lot as a person. I know that's so stupid that it sounds just coming from a television show, but like Hiroyuki Rocky, it'd be a dream to meet him in real life. But all this is just setting up context for what I'm about to say. That I think this is such a stupid, stupid decision on Netflix's part, or whoever's in charge. I'm pretty sure it's Netflix. So it was announced yesterday via Crunchyroll that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6, Stone Ocean, would be returning to Crunchyroll in fall, and then along with the next batch of episodes coming in fall on Netflix as well, which is like just so stupid in my opinion. It was, as I said a couple episodes ago, it was assumed that the episodes would be coming out in April, since when the first 12 episodes came out in America, the episodes would be airing weekly in Japan, leading up to the releases to be or just come out at the same time in April. So we all assumed that, oh, okay, since Japan is caught up weekly to episode 13, then we'd get episode 13 in April and the next batch of episodes, and so on and so on. So
Hmm.
that's what was assumed, but no, nope, that's actually not what's happening for some reason. It's actually they're deciding to just release the next batch of episodes a year apart. And what's so frustrating about this is that I don't understand why they're doing this, Ben. I mean, you look at it from like a sales standpoint, it just doesn't make sense either. I mean, everyone loved when JoJo's Part 5 was coming out weekly. I mean, everyone would always talk about it on YouTube, on Twitter. You'd always see JoJo Fridays trending, just because everyone's talking about, oh, Jorno's just going ape shit. Whenever like the Doppio fight with Metallica happened, I remember the anime community blew up because it was such an exciting fight.
Hmm.
Like whenever the characters died and so on and so on. So it was just like a huge wave of like JoJo, like sales and popularity. And I mean, I even watched like videos about it, Ben. I mean, you could just see that it's literally a downward trend of JoJo. And it's so upsetting because part 6 is one of those parts where I've told Ben this before. I don't know if I've said it on the podcast, that Hiroyuki Araki got really tired of writing JoJo around the beginning of part 6. So he didn't really care to write as much. That's why it's a little bit slower in these first 12 episodes. But once he gets to the middle point and decides to do what he does in the finale, I won't spoil it. He ends up picking up the story and really going along with it and getting back invested into it. And it was like when I was reading it at that point, I was like, "Holy shit, this is insane!" And this is, it felt like JoJo again. So it's like for people who have only seen the first 12 episodes and have to wait a year. I mean, it's so easy to lose interest, man. I mean, it's so
Yeah.
easy. I mean, Ben, you said you haven't even finished the first 12 episodes.
Nope.
It's
I mean,
yeah.
like I've seen how Part 6 ends, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know. It
It's
didn't just like the beginning of Part 6, like first couple of
yeah.
episodes, they didn't hook me as much as it did the other
Exactly. The other
parts.
parts, yeah. No, it's definitely a lot slower, but once you get to the middle point, they even show parts of it in the trailer that it's picking up. It's
Yeah.
like that's when the show gets great, and like Ben's like literally Ben's a great example. If Ben wasn't as casual of a fan, or if he was just someone who heard about JoJo's Part 6 and was like, let me just hop on and start watching JoJo now, and then I'll go back and watch the other parts. It's a bad introduction into the series as a whole. And I know personally, I loved whenever they announced Part 6. They did the whole JoJo event where they had all five of the original voice actors of the JoJo characters come on.
I
And then,
remember. I dude,
dude, that was
I remember like
literally.
staying up for that.
Mm-hmm.
I have it like saved in my memory that I was like freaking out.
Yeah, dude. I remember it was like it happened on Easter Day for us here. So it
Yeah.
was literally the best Easter morning ever because, oh my god, just seeing all six of them on stage and then like reciting their voice lines, and then they announced Jolene's character. It was so awesome. So I mean, it's just like it literally loses all the hype and all the meaning, in my opinion, of JoJo. So I don't know, Ben. I mean, I don't know why they would release it in fall. A lot of people were saying that, oh, it'll probably just become weekly once the next batch of episodes come out, but that's obviously not the case.
Yeah.
I don't know, Ben. Do you have anything to say about it?
I mean, like we said earlier with the Tekken thing, it's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Like what Netflix can do to a show, especially JoJo's now. Like
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It's that Netflix shouldn't have any reign over shows
Hmm.
like this.
What I don't understand either is a good example for me because I was watching it while it was airing. Was Comey Can't Communicate? That
Mhm.
show aired weekly on Netflix. Like,
Yeah.
I remember when Netflix used to be like, "Oh, we don't do weekly shows, so you just have to wait till all the episodes come out at once." I was already skeptical, and that was like a theory that JoJo was just all of Part 6 was going to come out at once,
Hmm.
and I wasn't a big fan of that idea. But when I saw that Comey Can't Communicate was weekly, I was like, oh, okay, this works. You know, it's still just weekly episodes, just on Netflix instead of Crunchyroll. I was like, that's totally fine. But the fact that they didn't do it for a show like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but they did for Comey Can't Communicate, just like really rubbed me the
Yeah, it's
wrong
like
way.
what?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it really upset me. And especially since, like, if they do the next 24 episodes, then Ben, I mean, every JoJo part's usually like 42 episodes. Does that mean
Yeah.
that we're gonna have to wait 2 more years for part 6 to
I
end?
mean, hopefully, if they're making us wait this long, they'll give us more episodes.
Yeah, well, it said that 13 through 24 are coming out. That's the episodes that they said.
Oh, bruh,
Yeah. No,
okay.
it said 13 through 24. It said 13 through 24.
Unless they
Change
like
it.
if I don't know if they try to finish the show in 24 episodes,
There's no way. It's literally impossible. They're literally like, I don't know.
that'd be
They're
bad.
like 1/4 way through it so far. So I don't know. I have to see him doing like 4 batches. I can't just see him doing like two. There's no way. There's no
Yeah,
way. And it's just crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like the trailer looked good. I'm excited. It got me excited again for JoJo's, but that's just because I know what's coming. I know what's coming. To people like Ben who have no idea what's going on, it's just like I could see how it could just be like. I mean, this just looks, kind of mid. Like I don't know. That's just my take on it. It's really upsetting, but that's all I got to say about that. Ben,
yeah.
nothing else.
Nope.
God, what a depressing way to end the show because we're going on to a next topic and um.
God,
Actually, okay, hang on. Actually,
fuck.
I have an idea. I have an idea. Before we move on to
Wait.
our
Well, yeah.
to my Joseph Darling, we should talk about Attack on Titan real fast
Okay.
because I mean, you and me were both expecting an announcement today.
Yeah. So there was. We mentioned last episode, but there's not an episode this week because there was a special panel for Attack on Titan. Um, and everyone was expecting some kind of announcement for either a movie or season 4, part 3, but we didn't get anything,
Yeah,
and everyone's kind of surprised.
a lot of confusion. However, I did see something, Ben, and I don't. It doesn't. It's not really a spoiler. It was just a thing of like the confirmed voice actor list. Uh,
Oh yeah, well that's kind of a
Yeah, exactly. For the next episode, one of the interesting ones that I did see. We did see the obvious ones like Aaron and
yeah,
Mikasa, Armin, Connie, Jean. I almost said Jean Polnareff. That whole gang. A few notable ones were Zeke because we haven't heard from Zeke in a while, so we obviously know he's with Aaron. And the other one was Sasha. So it does seem like we're going to be getting some flashbacks uh,
yeah,
in the
yeah. I
episode.
did see this.
Yeah.
Like
So.
I know what this is gonna cover now because there was one part that
Mhm.
the show had skipped over.
Mhm.
They just literally left it out of an episode, so
Okay.
that's where this will come in.
So yeah, it's probably a flashback. I'm assuming. So obviously we just know, but that doesn't really tell us much. It also was confirmed that the episode was going to be like 25 minutes, which no surprise there. I mean, it's just a normal anime
Yeah.
episode length.
I mean, it
So
just kind of shows that they're not gonna.
yeah, that they're not
That there
doing
has to
anything
be
big.
something else behind it,
Yeah.
or like after it.
I don't know. It is kind of surprising though, Ben. So what was going on exactly that you thought that Attack on Titan? You said it didn't have anything at the panel, or
What do you mean?
was there like an anime event going on for news or something? And Attack
There
on.
was there's either a panel or an announcement in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know there was something at 4 a.m., but I didn't want to stay up for it.
Yeah.
There's some live stream in Japan.
Oh, okay.
So that's where everyone thought there was going to be an announcement for it, but there wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. So I mean, there you have it. I mean, we don't really know anything about what's gonna happen in this next episode, or not this next episode, but we obviously know, at least from what Ben has told me. If Ben didn't tell me anything, I would think that tomorrow would be the final episode. But
yeah.
we obviously know that there's a lot more to come. That there's like at least 10 chapters left or so. So I mean, it's interesting. I mean, at this point, it has to really be a movie, right? Because I
I mean,
mean,
unless they just end the show next week.
jeez, I can't. There's no way. I mean, they
Uh,
really could though, right?
based on, I mean, technically they could. I mean,
Yeah.
the part where they're stopping is like it's a good place to stop, but not like end
Wow.
the story.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm really curious to see how things go. I don't know. As someone who hasn't read it, I think so far, I don't know. I think there's it's. I don't know if 25 minutes is enough. um, to cover the final episode of Attack on Titan. You know what I mean? There's still so many questions that I have, so many things that I want to see happen that it's just I don't think 25 minutes could cover it all.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're branding this part 2 of season 4 as the final season makes me think that yeah, if they do something, it has to be a movie. It has to be. Um
Well, I mean, there could always be a part three,
well yeah, but I mean yeah, I guess you're right because they just
but
it's
that
just called the final season. You're right.
it's kind of like I don't think they would. How do I put this? There's not. I don't think there's enough content to make a whole nother season.
Yeah, a whole nother part 3.
But at the same time,
Is there enough content for a movie?
I mean, it seems like there is. It's just like
Would be a short movie.
I
Okay.
just wouldn't want them to rush it.
Yeah.
But
It's weird. It's definitely a weird spot. I don't know. You're right. I just wish they would be more transparent about everything that's going on. Um yeah, it's a weird spot to be in, but hopefully things work out. I mean, that's really all we can hope for at this point. I don't know. It's kind of a sour thing to end on, but yeah, I mean, we'll definitely see next week. We can't really recap this week's episode, but you know, we talked about last week's episode. It was pretty good. I mean, that's really all I've got to say about AOT, right?
yep.
Moving
Yep, yep,
on
yep.
to what really matters.
Uh,
It's the end of an era, guys. It's
the last episode of My Dress Up Darling aired. Not the last episode, but the last episode of season one aired yesterday.
mhm. Yeah.
Very, very fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of it's sad because for one, this was the first thing that we started the podcast on. You know what I mean? It was one of the reasons we wanted to start the podcast in the first place to talk about this amazing show and share our thoughts with y'all. And it's just sad to see that it's gone now and that I'm sorry. That it's gone, you know, it's over. No more weekly talking about Marin and Gojo. You know, no more Saturdays of us just sitting here getting excited about two fictional characters, whether they'll make it
Yep.
or not. Um, but gosh darn it, it was a good run. It was a really good run.
Yeah, of course it was.
It was
I
a
mean, I remember the day that it took Storm. I mean, like,
oh
I remember
yeah.
on TikTok I'd see videos of back to back of episode
Hmm.
two whenever he was taking the measurements.
Oh yeah, dude.
I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I
And I was
mean,
like, you know what? I'm not gonna lie, I started watching it because I was like, okay, he's kind of bad.
yeah.
But then, and now I have a different
Hmm.
perspective on the show.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it's.
wow, this is awesome. Not
Hmm.
just because he's hot, but
No, that's a great way to describe it. I mean, it's one of those things where it always starts out as, "Hey, let me watch this show because you know, I'm just she's attractive, you know." But then
mhm,
it's like you find out something more, and you realize that it was just the journey, not the destination. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's the friends you made along the way, searching for the thing.
yep,
It's I don't know. It was a good run. I mean, Ben can tell you. I've this show has had ups and downs for me. Uh, the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. Even I remember Ben and I first watched it. We stayed up till 4 a.m. Uh, Jesus, watching the show. It
that was when
was
the episode six was out.
yeah. I think was it right after he said no. I think it was when they met Juju Sama.
I think so.
Yeah, because it was after the episode where he says "I love you" for the first time. Which, God, I mean, looking back, they've came so far, dude. They really
Hmm.
have, but still have accomplished so little. um, I don't know. It was a great show. I mean, I don't know. Recapping the episode, I guess. Gojo always dreamed of going to a festival, or he realized that he'd always be watching the festival from afar. And then Marin's like, "Hey, let's go." So they go to the festival. It's your normal rom com festival episode. We get to see some cute little.
We put a spoiler warning?
We always
Just,
recap the episode.
yeah, but I don't know. It's just announced. I don't know. You can put a timestamp.
I'll put a spoiler warning then.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, it's just it was just good, I mean, we see the normal festival activities. Gojo looks over Marin. He said Marin sees that he's attracted to her neck, so she like does a cute little
Oh yeah.
girl thing where she like tries to show off her neck to like get him to like be more attracted to her. It's just cute. It's all wholesome and just good fun. And then we get to the scene, Ben, where my favorite scene in the episode. It wasn't even where he says "I love you." It was the part where he's there looking at the fireworks and realizes this is to me,
Shit.
Ben. Yeah, where he realized that
No,
that
no, you said
he
that
loves her. Yeah. Wait, what?
you said that he said he loves her.
Or yeah, sorry, where she says that he loves
Okay.
him, but it's the part where he is there in the fireworks with her and he realizes that he's in love with her. I think that's what it was saying, is that
And hopefully,
he realizes that this whole time he had just been working on his Hina dolls in his room, alone, missing out on life. Seeing the fireworks from far away, but all because of
yeah.
her. He finally started living his life. You know what I mean? He started
Hmm.
going out, going to the beach, going on dates, talking to new people, making new friends. And it's all because of her. And then we get the beautiful rotating shot of him looking up in the sky and then looking over at her. And then, of course, she, instead of, making eye, or they make eye contact, and of course, instead of doing anything, she sticks her blue tongue out and laughs at him. Um, so, yeah.
Maybe she's the oblivious one,
I don't think
not
so.
Gojo. Well, I mean, do you think you think she does it on purpose?
I think so. I think she's a little embarrassed too. It's one of those things where she's like, it's one of those things where they're teenagers, right? So it's like, God, I really like him and I want to be with him, but oh my God, I'm so embarrassed and so awkward. Like, what if things don't go the right way? So, they try and like hide it still. You know?
I mean, she and if Gojo was awake, she would have.
Yeah. But she knew he wasn't awake. She only said it
You
because he
know,
was asleep.
I low-key would have faked going to sleep.
Well, you didn't. Well, he's oblivious because he's still oblivious, Ben. That's the
Oh
difference.
my God! I just broke my chair. Okay.
You're just too excited, man.
Yeah.
You're just too excited. But yeah, so then yeah, Gojo goes home. Marion watches a scary movie by herself. It was cool. We got a cool Texas Chainsaw Massacre reference. I really like that.
Yeah.
The girl in the back of the truck running and screaming away. And then that they show a woman with a chainsaw just like dancing in the open field. That's a direct reference to the ending of the first Texas Chainsaw. So I thought that was really cool.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
yeah, but so she watches the part two to that movie, and then she gets scared, so she calls Gojo, and then they fall asleep on the phone together. Gojo falls asleep, and she says, "I love you," and
It's not even like I love you. It's
no, I love, yeah, it's
like
the L word.
she's just like full on
Yeah,
yeah.
I love that. I personally thought that she was gonna call him, and then he was gonna go over to her house.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was going, but I don't know. Like I said, I like looking at it from a different perspective because it's done by this girl author. I don't know. I have a lot more respect for it because it's done by a woman, and
Hmm.
that sounds like such a simp thing to say, but
No, I
I don't know. It's cool seeing from a woman's perspective how she's writing the show, whereas like we're used to like Rent a Girlfriend. Actually, I don't want to say that because I don't even know if Rent a Girlfriend's like made by a guy. Uh, but I don't know. It's just cool because I've never really thought about a female manga artist or a manga author writing a
hmm
show. So it's cool seeing how a woman thinks of like a rom com. And honestly, I mean, you could tell it's really good. It's really fucking good.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean it's better than a lot of the ones I've seen.
yeah, no, same. It's
It's
definitely one
just
of the
like
best.
I feel like if a guy does it, it's more focused on
The guy.
like yeah, like the guy and like the pervy side of it. But
hmm
I mean, most of the time. But this one is just kind of like fuck. I can't even.
No, you're right.
No.
You're totally right. I 100% agree. Um, but yeah, I mean, hopefully nothing has been confirmed yet, but based on the ratings and the way the show's performed, I think it's safe to say that there definitely will be a season 2. The manga
Yeah.
is still going strong. I think there's like almost 80 chapters. And
hmm
from what we have seen, I think it goes up to like almost 40. So there's still a lot of stuff that can be written, a lot of
Yeah.
content to explore. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it's gonna get animated. Hopefully, Ben doesn't read the manga by then.
Oh
Um,
no, no promises.
yeah. So I don't know. Hopefully, he can. I don't know. But
Can't control
that's
myself.
yeah. I mean, that's My Joseph Darling, dude. It's a great show. 10 out of 10 in my book, dude. I think
Oh
it's
yeah.
so good. It's gonna be hard. We got to find a new show that we need to watch, Ben.
Yeah. We can always I'm sure we can uh like we don't have to talk about a show every week. I'm sure we
Oh
can
yeah, yeah,
find
no, I know, but
some other things. But yeah, we do need to find something else to watch.
yeah, 100%. Maybe we'll start talking about Bleach a little bit more, but we'll
Holy
see.
shit, I had break my chair.
But I mean, Ben, that's really all I gotta say. Do you have anything else to talk about, or?
Uh I was watching a video and of that scene whenever they're on the phone
Mm-hmm.
and I completely forgot like she said that like hoping he would hear her because she's like I love you and then she's like what's the point? He's like he's asleep.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of took that as oh like if he wasn't asleep she still would have said it like
You think
no
so?
matter what. I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, I could see that. I could
And then
also.
maybe
Oh,
maybe
sorry.
he just because I noticed a lot of times like whenever she says she's kidding about a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
but those are like kind of like
No, yeah.
they're like they're
I
more mature things.
yeah, yeah.
And Gojo thinks she's joking, but I feel like if
If he actually, yeah,
I
like,
feel like if he heard her say that, he'd be like, haha, that's fun, like good joke.
yeah.
And she'd be like, oh yeah,
It was a joke. Oh, I see
sure,
what
yeah.
you mean. But to me, also, I took it as she's like, she doesn't. It's like almost as if she doesn't have the guts to say it yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's because she says like Gojo Kun, like she calls his name first, and like we see him like snoring and just like falling asleep, and then she's like, I love you, and then when she says like, what the heck, you're not even awake. So it's like,
hmm
like I love you, but it's like I'm too scared to say it, to you, That's kind of how I took it. But
Yeah.
yeah, it can be perceived in a way. I could totally see it being like that. But I definitely agree with you about like I wonder what would happen if like she was like, "Oh, do you want me to send you a picture?" Like whenever that episode when she's like, "Oh, do you want me to send you a picture of my bikini?"
hmm
He's like, and then he's like, "No, like don't." And then she's like, "I'm just kidding." It's just like, what if he actually said yes? you know?
Yeah, I feel like she just does it based on his response,
Yeah, hundred
how he
percent.
reacts to it.
Yeah, I could see that. But I mean, I would love Ben if season 2 starts the first episode with Gojo Kun waking up and being like, or like it literally picks up right at that exact moment, and
Oh, that'd be cool.
he's like, he like the phone hangs up, and then he opens like one eye, and he's like, what did she just say? You know what I mean, or something like that.
Oh my God.
That would be awesome, you know. And then it's just like he knows that she likes her, but he's like too scared to say anything, or
hmm
I don't know, something like that. That'd be a cool dynamic
Yeah.
to look at. But yeah, I think that's all I gotta say, Ben. You got anything else?
No.
No? Well, there you go. You want to outro us since it's your week?
I think. Oh,
Oh, okay. I can do
I
it.
was gonna say we should do one person's the intro, one person's the
Oh,
outro.
that works.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. This has been the Otaku Brothers podcast, where two degenerates talk about anime. Thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all did enjoy this episode. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you're listening on Spotify, make sure to follow us. Or I don't know how Spotify even works. Is it like a like
Yeah, it
thing?
follows.
Okay. And then yeah, make sure to follow us on Spotify. And comment down below which one you guys talk about. Because hopefully soon, I don't know, I have some ideas, but hopefully, Ben, one day of these days we can do like maybe our top 10 list, our favorite
Yeah,
intros
that
or
was one of
something
my
like that.
ideas.
I think that'd be a lot of fun. Or we can do, like I said, hot takes or something like that. I think that'd be cool. So, yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We still have Attack on Titan next week, but we're doing
Yeah,
a
I
Punch
feel like we're
Man.
going to talk about Attack on Titan a lot next week. So, after
Yeah, I
that,
think-
we're going to have to find a lot. But,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. So, we'll see y'all later.
See you
Peace.
guys.
Bye.